welcome to the second episode of Little Green Gem. If you're new here, I'm so glad you found my videos, and if you're not new here, thank you for joining me again. I'm very excited about this video because the last one was about my top 10 favorite Hoyas. Now this one is going to be a little different. It's not just Hoyas, it's going to be my struggle bus plants. So my name is Megan, and if you love plants, then you're in the right place. I don't know what that was. Let's get into it. So the first one that I have here is actually two. It is my Nepenthes. Now when I got this, it was very nice and full, and it had pictures on it everywhere. Well, I probably put it in the wrong substrate and or underwatered it. You will see a theme here, neglect. But I chopped it up to try and reroot it in some sphagnum moss. It's sphagnum moss and cocoa husk. I chopped it up. I had 6 pieces. 2 I gave to friends, and 1 I swapped in the plant swap. I'll do a video on that for y'all soon. And the last 3 I have. Now, one of them's doing really well. It looks good. It's growing. It actually has a little picture on it. But these 2 guys are struggling. It is starting to pass the pull test, this one. Let's see if this one's doing it. This one's not passing the pull test as well. I don't see any roots in them yet, but if you can see, that one's got a little bit of growth. This one has a little bit of growth. So no pictures yet. It looks like, I think these are all dried up. I think these are dried up pictures. Yeah, it focused a little bit. I don't think those are new ones. I think they're just dried up. We'll go for another outside plant. Those guys are outside. They were inside and during the winter, and then when the weather got nice enough, as fast as I could put them outside, I put them outside. I didn't put them in direct sun. I don't know if maybe that's what they need. Please comment below if you have any suggestions for me. Now this guy, this is a lithop. They're also called living rocks. They're succulents. At first sight, it might look like it's doing well, but it did have a friend in there. It did have a friend. This is the 4th time I've tried to grow lithops. This tag says lithops number 5 through 8. So there might have actually been more than just 2 of them in here. Unless I was counting these guys, 1, 2, maybe. I don't know. But we'll see. I always rot them. I know you're only supposed to water them once, twice, maybe 3 times a year. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Any suggestions would be helpful. In the succulent, sticking with that theme, this guy was a frizzle sizzle. Now, I got this one from a friend. This is the 3rd one that I've had. I've had 2 other ones. One was a medium size, one was like really large, and I rotted both of those as well. I know these aren't supposed to get a lot of water in the summer. They actually go dormant in the summer, but I don't know. It didn't really have any roots when I got it, so I put it in a smaller container, and it actually, let's see if I can get it to focus. It's got a little growth point in there, so maybe it's not struggling as bad as I thought it was. I've had this one since February. Now we'll see definitely in the fall and winter if it's gonna put out all of its little curly frizzle sizzles. If I can find pictures of what any of these plants looked like when I got them, I will go ahead and pop those on the screen for you. This guy is very sad. This is my Labicea curacura. It's also called a turtleback. I know for a fact that these are supposed to be high humidity terrarium type plants. I did put it in pond. It's my DIY pond. I only fill the water about halfway up with some nutrient water because I want to try to transition it from that soil. It might have even been in coco coir, but I don't have it in high humidity. I might go ahead and transfer it to the cabinet if I can clear out some space in there. It was doing well for a while. It put out a couple of new leaves for me. These two are actually leaves grown in my care, and they're gorgeous, but I don't know if you'll be able to see in there. The growth point is very dried up. So if you have any suggestions on restarting a Libicea curocura, let me know down below. All right, so these next ones, we'll just do them together. It's two of them. They are Scindapsus. Now, they're very sad Scindapsus. I actually have mother plants of both of these. This one is the Scindapsus So Silver. That's how it was sold to me. I've also seen it as platinum. You can usually find really good specimens of these right now in big box stores, but I don't want to rebuy. They are both in pond, my DIY mix, and this one actually looks like it's finally rooting. You can see a little root guy there, and it is starting to give some new growth. So is it fair to say that it's on the struggle bus? I don't know, but it has definitely been on the struggle bus if it's not anymore. This one, gorgeous plant when it's healthy, and I have a mother plant of this one. She was on the struggle bus. I took her off the struggle bus because she's growing pretty well. She's rooting pretty well. But this is a cutting of it, two cuttings of it actually, that I really couldn't get to root otherwise. So I just stuck them in pond just to see what would happen. This, let me go ahead and tell you that. This is the Mount Salix, Scindapsus Mount Salix. So it does look like it's got some damage there. Might have been too close to the window or a grow light. But these are so gorgeous. They almost look like owl wings to me. That's kind of what I think, like feathers or something. Also in pond. Also has a little tiny root. So I guess maybe they're coming off the struggle bus. This one, it is coming off the struggle bus, but I wanted to include it because it was so sad for so long. This is the Hoya Papashoni. My friend gave me these. She grew them from seed herself, and they were doing really well when she gave them to me. I transferred it to pond. I think she had it in cocoa husk or coco coir maybe, or maybe she had it in like a soil plug. But they were doing really good, and then they were not doing really good, but now they have some darker green. That darker green is the new growth, so I have faith that these will be beautiful because they're really cool when they grow out. They are a thinner leafed Hoya, so I've got it in pond. You know, keep it nice and moist. Put the tag on that side so it's not getting the new growth. This one, I love the planter that it's in. It's a little globe that I got at Home Depot, maybe? Probably Home Depot. And I have had this particular Monstera adansonii since October of 2023. It was my favorite. It grew really well until it didn't. And it has, for probably the last 2 years, it has just been a journey of chop and prop, chop and prop, chop and prop, perlite, soil. It does well and then it doesn't do well. So I figured I would throw it in this little planter and see what it would do. And it is doing nothing. Absolutely nothing. That might be a root in there. That might be just a piece of something. So you might see this in a downsized video in the next 6 months, but we'll continue to try. Now, I took my own shot at growing some seed Hoyas. It came to me as Rocket Hoya. That's probably backwards. Anyway, so I think that it's going to be multiflora. I'm not 100% sure, but I started these February of this year. So they've definitely been going for way too long to still be this small. I probably planted 50 of them, and these are the only ones that are still surviving. They're probably the only ones that sprouted. So that's kind of cool though. The ones that sprouted, I haven't lost them yet. They're just not really doing much. When I put them in this particular container, they are in coco coir. That's what I was sprouting them in, and I just kept them there. They did have a little roots, but I'm just really not sure what else it wants. I have it in this cloche. Under a grow light. It was in my cabinet for a little while. I just don't know what it wants. I did recently get some heat mats, so I might try to throw it in the tent and see if the heat mats will help it any, because I would like for them to be beautiful like my friend's seeds. Now, this one I have had for over a year now. It's my Caudata Sumatra. And it is growing. It has those growth points. And it's sun stressed, but it just hasn't done much. It came to me with 3 leaves smaller than this. I think all of these are actually leaves I grew in my care. Maybe this was an original leaf, actually. Might have been an original leaf. And it would grow, and then I cut it, and it's got growth points, but it's just not doing much. I don't know what it wants. I've got it in pond because it seemed like I just couldn't keep it watered enough, so I moved it over to pond. And I don't know, maybe I'm just not giving it the benefit of the doubt because it was so small. I'm not sure, but I've had that one since March of last year, so over a year. I don't know. It doesn't seem to have pests either. I don't know if a sulfur treatment would help it. I don't know. Help your girl out. Give me some suggestions. Now, this one is a Hoya Polynura Silver that I got in January of this year. I got it from a friend. It was a 1-node 2-leaf cutting. I popped it into pond to let it transition. I think it might have been slightly rooted when I got it. It has put out this 1 leaf for me in my care. Let's see if I can. There we go. It was in the cabinet. It looked like it got some sunburn here, so I moved it out of the cabinet to see if some lower light would actually help it. I thought that silver meant that it needed highlight, and I could be wrong. So please educate me in the comments. All right, now these are 4-in-1. I know everybody talks about how wonderful Hoya macrophylla outer variegated. Well, now they're Hoya latifolia outer variegated, albomarginata. Hoya latifolia albomarginata. Got it. Everybody talks about how great they grow and how wonderful they are, and I see people in my area with pictures of how beautiful theirs are. I have 4, okay? I will show them all to you. This looks like 3 because I put 2 in here because I wanted to sulfur treat them and reroot them in perlite the way I like to do with the cash cup and some prop drops. But none of them are doing well. This was my very first one. I got it March of 2024 and it was 4 leaves, I believe, when I got it. 4 leaves rooted. It just didn't want to survive for me. This is the only of the original leaves that's left, and you can see how damaged it is. Now that I'm really looking at it, it might need to go in the sulfur treat. It does have a new growth there, and this whole vine is new growth, but the leaves come out funny. So yeah, now that I'm saying it out loud, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna throw this in the sulfur treat batch as well. I do have some that are sulfur treating right now. And then this one was a water-rooted cutting that I got from another friend. Let's see, this is number 4. So this is the last one I've gotten. And it had outer margins when I got it, but they have since reverted a little bit, disappeared, whatever you want to say. So it does look like it's got a little growth point coming in, maybe. I'll probably just throw it in the sulfur batch too, because I just don't want to play that game. This one, this is, so that was 1 and 4. This has got to be 2 and 3. This one is definitely in the sulfur treatment right now. I mean, the leaves are just, on both of them, just really bad. This one especially, oh, let's see. This one especially, all the marks on the back. I feel like this big one, this one is one all of itself. These several leaves, I feel like it was in way too high of light. The person who I bought it from was very, very pale and sun stressed. So I did put it in lower light, but I mean, the leaves just look really damaged, front and back. So this one's definitely in sulfur treating. The other cutting in here that I got from a friend, it was doing well for a minute. I had it in pond. I don't know if I overwatered it, underwatered it, what, but it also just stopped giving me any growth. And then it started doing this with one of the leaves. So it's sulfur. We're just gonna sulfur all the latifolias and hopefully that'll do the trick. All right, this one was my very first Carnosa compacta. Now, it looks like it's doing okay. You know, I was like, Megan, why is it on the struggle bus? Because if you look closer, it's just a mess. The roots are sticking out. It's really dry. It hasn't given a lot of new growth in a long time. I mean, this one does have a split off, so, but it's got, the leaves are just doing terribly. They look better on camera than they actually do in person, but they're not doing well. It is outside. I did move it into, it was under my porch, so I moved it onto a stand where it could get direct morning sun, and it could also get rain because we usually have really rainy summers. I'm in Louisiana. So I moved it out there, and I don't know, I mean, it's just not doing much, but I have 1, 2, 3 Carnosa compactas now, all the green, but this is the very first one I bought. It was maybe this big, maybe a little bit bigger, and I chopped and propped it. It was I think the first time I propagated something, so it is very near and dear to my heart, so that's why I don't want to get rid of it. And it looks good from here, but I don't know what it needs. Might need a bigger pot, might need to look at the roots, I don't know. The next one, it was on the struggle bus for so long, and it does look a little bit ratty on camera, but when I pulled it out of the cabinet, I was so surprised at how big it had gotten and how pretty some of the leaves are now. This is my philodendron micans. Couldn't remember, I said Hoya too many times, but I knew it wasn't a Hoya. It's now looking good. I gave her the stake that says staying alive, if you can see it in there, because she was staying alive. She was doing the thing. I think she does like being in the cabinet with higher light, but she is still struggling a little bit. I had these little tiny leaves for the longest time. Let's see if I can find some of them. I don't know. Anyway, they were super tiny, but they're starting to get better and their color's coming back, we will almost take her off the struggle bus. She's close. And I got this cute little planter my friend gave me. Little smiley face guy. He's so cute. Now, the very last one is gonna be one that we did take off the struggle bus. It was struggling for a long, long time, but it's now doing really well. So after all of the sad, I definitely want to do something uplifting, a little bit of hope maybe for all my other ones, like say, hey guys, you know, you can do it. We love you here. I did have several other ones that are struggling a little bit. They've kind of been neglected. I'll put in a little video clip of those. So these guys are on the struggle bus because of suspected flat mites, but they are in sulfur treatment right now, so I don't really want to talk about them individually. And then a lot of my anthuriums are on the struggle bus, but not in a dying type of way. It's just mainly because I haven't really taken care of them the way that I should be. They've just been a little bit neglected. So I'm going to do a care video on these guys and we'll go ahead and get them set up right. And these guys are on the struggle bus because of either dry or root rot, but I did do a video on TikTok about this, so I don't want to talk about these individually as well. You can see that on TikTok at _littlegreen gem. All right, well, the one you've been waiting for, the one that's been taken off the struggle bus list, my Hoya elliptica. I know I talked about it in the last video, a Hoya that I love, top favorites right now, but I can't talk about it enough. I love the little turtle leaves, and the color's just coming back so pretty. And it's got all this new growth here, and I just can't wait to see it. It was doing nothing for the longest time. I probably should have sulfur treated it a while ago, but it seems to be doing fine, and it didn't really have signs of flat mites or pest other than the fact that it just wasn't growing. But it does have some other growth points now. There's a little tiny one down there, if you can see it. But anyway, I got this one July of last year, so it hasn't been a super long time, but it definitely should have been growing more than this by now. But now it is. All right, everybody, that's what I have to show you for today. Thank you so much for watching my videos. Please like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any of my content. I have lots of things coming up for you, lots of ideas. If you have any ideas, please go ahead and shoot that in the comments as well, and I will try to get that video out for you. Have a great day.